Hi everyone, I'm Valerie and this is my Module 3 case study. I'm doing policy under pressure, responding to America's drug consumption surge. I'm going to be talking about what is the issue, why it's happening, and how we can fix it. So there has been an increase of addiction over like the past 20 years and continuing to do so, and it's causing a rise in overdose, especially in synthetic opioids like shown there on the left. There's really like a spike going up and that trend is going to continue on and commonly known also as fentanyl, and that's very common in how you can see on the right there in middle-aged men. So, why is this happening? There has been an emphasis on law enforcement and the assumption that harsh penalties like incarceration um, will deter abusers from using, but that actually incentivizes them to use more because of the philosophy of I can't have it, I want it more. And the brain chemistry is altered within abusers, so they don't really respond like a normal person would, a sober person would, to a harsh penalty. There also has been a problem in overprescribing by the medical and pharmaceutical industry. They just want to cover surface level and just cover pain with medicine. But we need to focus on and ask questions like, why is this pain being caused and what can I do otherwise that's not medical to solve it? That ties to social effects. So, like, there's limited services on alternative approaches to medical relief because we have depended so much on painkillers. There's also an inequality among the colored community. And as you can see there, the Black Americans have been tried more and incarcerated more compared to whites because of possession. There's also a stigma around Hispanics that you can't really seek help. There's a stigma, it's a touchy subject. And when they do, language is a barrier. There also has been an inaccessibility of naloxone, which is like a counteractive medicine that reverses substance opioid overdoses in Native American communities, which is causing their population to decrease and die. Now, as exposure, 1 in 8 children have been exposed to um, overdose and addiction around them, whether that's in their family or them themselves as a young age. So that's also another effect. Economically, there has been an assumption that, oh, we increase price, oh, the demand's going to go down, but false because this benefits traffickers in saying that it becomes a lucrative commodity. So you can sell at a higher price and you can get more money out of it. Also, that when supply is seized, it's gone. But actually, the demand for it is gone, but demand shifts to a different product. Policy wise, there has been a high rate of incarceration. As you can see on the top image, that actually comes from federal prisons, that the majority is coming from drug incarcerations, which slows the drug cases and increases national debt because these prisons are being federally funded. To combat this issue, there have been treatment programs like LEAD and drug courts that essentially assist their living situation and help them kind of diverge from the use, but don't prevent it. They just make it safer. And their goal is to reduce overdoses and death and give them a second chance in the eyes of the court. There have also been methadone clinics, which suppresses the urge to use because they take like one dose and that is it for the day. And of course, as mentioned previously, counteractive medications that help with substance overdose. Now, let's talk about the global approach. So, countries like Portugal are using a decriminalization method. This essentially is a no punishment approach where if you are caught with possession of drugs, not trafficking, possession, you are taken in for questioning by psychiatrists and a board and a panel of social workers. And based on your results, they'll assign you a treatment. So they're treating it medically and not criminally. As for my recommendations, I think that having drug education curriculums be implemented into even as low as elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools will be very beneficial for them to know in the future. Exposing the harsh reality at a very young age will open their eyes and make them recognize that this is very deadly and will be prone to not use again or use at all for that matter because they understand the negative effects to the body. There should also be supervised consumption sites within the community. This is mainly because behind closed doors, abusers are going to use anyway. So might as well make it surveillance so that if someone does unfortunately overdose, medical needs can be assisted directly and it can prevent death. And as mentioned before, there has been a large dependency on painkillers. So I think having accessible treatment facilities or rehabilitation centers that have things like acupuncture or yoga or physical therapy to relieve those pain and treat those core issues and not surface level with medicine would be a great and acceptable solution for the drug crisis in America. Thank you so much for listening. And these are the references.